Hello you guys and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at if this video is actually Active Track 3.0 that was shot on a Dji Mavic Air 2. Let's get into it. Alright, so before this video starts, I would like to give credit where credit is due, and I got this video from Ostila LV on Twitter. You can go see his video in the link in the description below. And yeah, let's get into this video. So basically this video shows the app interface of some sort of DJI drone tracking a guy on his bike, and now it looks extremely smooth and it looks better than any other DJI drone with Active Track on it, but we can't really be sure that this is Active Track 3.0 and that it is on a DJI Mavic Air 2. See, nowhere on the interface does it even say anything about the DJI Mavic Air 2 or Active Track 3.0. I have translated all the Chinese into English, and the only thing I can get out of it is basically the megabytes per second out of the camera. So basically, let's just look at this video, and if it were the Active Track 3.0 on a DJI Mavic Air 2, I think this would be great. You can see it is dodging all these trees, and it tracks the person in this image very, very well. And personally, I like the way that it dodges the trees and basically tries to go in the middle of the path. It looks extremely smooth and good. I would buy this if this were an actual feature on the DJI Mavic Air 2, but we can't know for sure. Either way, it looks like DJI did a really good job on whatever tracking this is on whatever drone this is shot on. It looks extremely smooth, and yeah, overall, I think I would be satisfied if this was the DJI Mavic Air 2 and that was its Active Track 3.0. Anyway, this is the translation of basically all the Chinese on the screen, and the only thing that is actually of any attention to me would be the 11.84 megabytes per second, but otherwise I can't really tell anything else. So now let's look at the actual confirmed sort of images of the DJI Mavic Air 2. So the actual specs of this drone, you'll see the images on the screen. The actual specs of this drone, well, many people have been saying it's going to have something to do with 48 megapixels. And of course it probably does have a thing to do with the 48 megapixels, because on the actual camera we can see in these images we can actually see 48 megapixels put on it right there, stamped right on the lens. In addition to that, we can see a half-inch sensor. So now we really know that this sensor is probably going to actually be 48 megapixels, as it is seen in many phones and of course smaller cameras. So if this is actually 48 megapixels, then is this drone going to be able to shoot for 8K? Well, probably not. And even if it is 48 megapixels, which we don't know at all, the bit rate is probably going to greatly cripple the camera in video quality. So the specs say it's going to be 4K 60 frames a second, which is already better than the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom and the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. So that's obviously good, but otherwise we do know it's going to have 48 megapixel images, whether that be stitched or with the actual 48 megapixel sensor on this drone. Anyway, let's get into the design of the controller, which I personally dislike. Even though it's going to have OcuSync, I dislike this controller because it's huge. It doesn't need to be that big. Like, seriously. I don't think I'm going to have any connection issues with it, but otherwise my main thing with this controller is it's just huge, and it is not going to be very good for portability. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.